Hi, I'm Donna Kuhr from PTM Corporation, and I'm here with my local friend and local businesswoman, Megan from ML Chartier. Megan, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me here.
You're so welcome. Hey, tell me a little bit about yourself and a little bit about ML Chartier.
Yeah, so my name is Megan Chartier, and I assist operation for our family company, ML Chartier Excavating. We are an excavation and environmental remediation company. I am the third generation of our company, so very exciting times within the growth of us.
Yeah, that's super exciting, working with your brother, working with your dad, and your grandfather left this great legacy. And tell us a little bit about how ML Chartier works within the industry with manufacturers and other industries. How do you help them?
Yeah, we do service the manufacturing industry, and we love it. We love doing, the runoff pit, the treatment and disposal, doing a lot of clean outs for industrial waste.
And that's important because
Yes.
we can't just have somebody pick that up and just go dump it anywhere. I mean, there's regulations for that.
Yep.
Your company is highly regulated, right?
Yeah, we're pre-certified for all of our disposal facilities within the state of Michigan. And obviously that takes a lot of licensing through, DEQ and the EPA and the certifications all through the state to haul and transport waste as well. So yeah, there's a lot of logistics that go behind the scenes to make that happen. It didn't just happen overnight, certainly, but.
Yeah, we live in our community, we work in our community, we raise our children here, and I know you and I both want to be good stewards of our community. What other businesses do you serve other than like manufacturers?
Yeah, so we work a lot with our utility companies, all local, all throughout the state of Michigan, servicing them for really a lot of infrastructure remodeling. So all underground infrastructure, we've heard about the Flint water crisis. And we've worked on that project very specifically, redoing, the lead pipes and doing replacements there. We're working here in Metro Detroit every day, replacing gas mains into homes. We also work in the oil and gas industry. We do site construction as well. We can do a little bit of everything.
So you're pretty diversified. That's good. Now, mainly in the state of Michigan?
Yep, all in the state of Michigan.
Okay, so March is Women's History Month, and we really wanted to celebrate it here. We're women owned, and I know you're up and coming in the company. Were there any women in your life that you felt really inspired you that, hey, I can do this. I can do what Dad and Grandpa did. Tell us about that.
My inspiration, my female inspiration, a lot of it comes from my daughter now, who I'm raising, and she's a firecracker in herself. She inspires me every day to, stand on my own 2 feet and be strong in that. But we have great support within our family within the business and how to operate that. It rooted from my grandmother. She helped my grandpa kind of start this business when he was discharged from the Army. So an incredible story, but she, did whatever it took. She would balance books. She would, clean the toilets for the truck drivers. She, write the checks to pay off the loans. She'd mow the lawn. So
she was right there with him. She was helping him build, and I imagine she was his cheerleader too. When times got tough, because it does get tough. What are some unique challenges for women in our industries, or your industry in particular? What do you think those unique challenges are?
Challenges come in different forms, I think, in this business. In construction, it's often that I think that the old ways of, a woman can't do this are long gone. I think that women have proven themselves entirely, and there's a lot of companies that they look very specific for women now in certain roles because of the qualities that they're able to bring to the table.
Do you think women help balance that? It's such a man-dominated field. Do you think that helps balance that area to make a better business?
I think it does, yeah, truthfully. We find it kind of funny because I think it keeps the men humble. It keeps them motivated to keep, to stay on track and to do what they need to do every day.
What can we do to bring younger women, even into high school? How can we get them excited about the fields that we're in, particularly in your field? What could we do differently to involve them, to get them excited? What are things that you maybe have done, or do you think that we should do in our industries?
Yeah, I think that giving young women a chance is really the biggest thing, and giving them the support that they need. So kind of understanding where they're at in the stage of life and having their back and kind of showing them the way, showing them a great opportunity is really the first step, I think. By going into schools, something that we love to do is going into schools and meeting students.
I love that.
Yeah, showing them, it's hard to take students on a field trip to, a road construction site. That's not as feasible. However,
no, but you could bring them in to see your cool trucks.
Yes. Sit in a truck or start a truck or just
Sure.
hang out around, the shops is really what we try to encourage young people to do and to get interested in.
I think that's a great idea. We do the similar things here because we believe in, you have to go see, you have to have hands-on to experience that, and you can't learn everything in a classroom. You just have to experience. So I think that's a really good way, and that you're reaching out to those young women and girls that think they might be interested in bringing them out. How do you think the future of your industry and women being involved, how does that look? Do you think women are going to want to be more involved? Do you think we'll see more women?
I do. I think the future is bright. I think that, a lot of what has happened in the last couple of years have really opened up a lot of eyes to kind of what our future workforce looks like. When you look at, pool of applicants, especially in the construction industry, and say, when you discount women, you're cutting that pool in half.
I agree.
That's unfair that's kind of an unfair bias to project. So how do you get women interested? Giving them a chance, giving them a shot, allowing them that experience to
Putting
learn
that
and
opportunity
grow.
out there.
Yeah. And then I think that they either take it and they run with it, right? And they love that.
Yeah, I think that's great. I do think we need to give people opportunities. We need to give them those hands-on experiences to see what maybe they wouldn't even experience. They wouldn't even know what that business is like until they had an opportunity to try some different things.
Yeah.
And any final thoughts? There's probably some young gal, or could even be a young fella out there. I mean, what would be your thoughts for them if they really like this industry? I know there's a lot of advancements. What would you give to them?
Attitude is really going to it's going to get you pretty far in life. Having a great attitude. You might not have the education or the experience to kind of back you on it, but if you start every day with your best foot forward and you're a great cheerleader for your team, and you come in with a I can attitude, it's really going to make you super successful in anything that you do.
I have to agree with you because a lot of my workforce have college degrees. A lot of my workforce does not. A lot of them have got or received their higher education through on the job, right? And I think most of those people who come here have such an open attitude, and they're hungry to learn, be willing to take some constructive feedback to make improvement. And I do agree. I think that is a true success in anybody. If you can just have the right attitude, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there that want to give those opportunities to people who would not normally have those opportunities to walk in our doors to make a difference.
Yeah.
But attitude is important.
Yeah.
I think that's a good nugget to take away is, let's make sure our attitudes are good, because I think anybody would be willing to help you if you have the right attitude.
Yes.
So with that, Megan, I cannot thank you enough for coming in and sharing with your family's business at ML Chartier. We're both local in the community. Like I said, we're raising our kids here, and we live here, and we work here. And we do want to make it a better place, and it's so wonderful to have you, your dad, and your brother to make this a better place. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.